Welcome and thank you for joining. In today's video, we'll be looking on factorizing a few perfect square trinomial examples. And we do have a formula to write. We'll write it here. This can be used to a square plus 2ab plus b squared is equal to square of a plus b all squared. Alright, in our first example, we have x squared plus 10x plus 25. Alright, and we know that the 25 is a perfect square. What we're going to do, we're going to find two factors of 25 that when we add it, we get the b terms, and when we multiply it, we get a times c. So we're going to multiply a times c, which is a 1, in front of it right here, which is 25 times 1, which is 25. Two factors of 25 that when you add it, you get the b term, and when you multiply it, you get the a times c. And it's 5 and a 5, right? So 5 plus 5. So in replacing it, you'd have x squared plus 5x plus 5x plus 25. Now see, all of this replace the 10x. So what we're going to do now, we're going to group, then we can factor out x, x plus 5. We factor out a 5 and it's the plus 5. And we have x plus 5. And what the rule says, when we see we have two brackets with the same, what I'll do is the term that is outside the bracket, we put that in the bracket, x plus 5, and we're going to keep one of the brackets, x comma x plus 5. Alright, I will say x plus 5 and x plus 5, then we know that this is x plus 5 all squared. In testing our formula, let's just test our formula and see. So we know our a term is x, and we will have x squared plus b term, so it's a 2 times a, which is x, and b, which is equal to alpha b, which is equal to 5, plus b squared is equal to 5 squared. Right here, we know we'd have x squared plus 2 times x and 2 times 5, and x plus 5 squared is 25. Right? And we're saying now that is equal to a x plus b is 5 all squared. Alright, so our other example is example 2, we have 2x squared, and what we see here is a coefficient on the first squared term, which is a 2 plus 3. Alright, now this is a little different, as with this example we didn't have any term, so we have a 2 right here. What we're going to do, multiply a, this would be our a, this is our b, and this is our c. We're going to multiply 2 times 3, that gives us 6. Now find two factors of 6, and when we add, it gives us the b term, which is 7, and when we multiply it, we should get back this 6. We can say use the two factors, which is 6 and 1, So we have 2x squared plus 6x plus 1x plus 3. And that is how we replace the b term. We're going to group also. We can factor out a 2x right here. We have x plus 3. Factor the 1 right here. X plus 3. Alright, we see we have 2 at the same terms, and we have a 2x plus 1 outside of the bracket. And we write that as being 2x plus 1. Keep one of the bracket. Okay. And so this will be our answer. Still be applied if we add the formula. We'll do a third example now. And what this said is x squared minus 3x minus 88, right? And there's a 1 in front of it. We're going to multiply the a times the c term, which we would get a negative 88, right? We need 2 factors of 88. Now when we add it, we get a minus 3. Alright, so you can pause the video and try finding 2 factors of 88. And when you add it, you get a minus 3. And when you multiply those 2 factors, you will get back the negative 88. Alright, so the answer is a negative 11 and 8, right? We know that if we were to add negative 11 and 8, we would get a negative 3. If we were to multiply negative 11 and 8, we would get a negative 88. We're going to substitute our values and add in it. X squared minus 11x plus 8x minus 88. I can group them by pairs. We can factor out the x, the x minus 11, factor out the 8, the x, 88, and 8 into 88 goes in negative 11, and this will be a positive 8. Hence, in our bracket, we will have x plus 8, then we have a x minus 11, and that would be our 2 terms for the answers. Alright, so this is when we factorize this perfect square trinomial. This will be the answer. Let's work on another example right here. Alright. Our fourth example. And we say it is a 5x squared minus 3x minus 14. And if we know 5 times a 14 give us a 70. 2 factors of 70, that when we add it, we get a minus 3. When we multiply, we can get back 70. Negative 10 and a 7. So we're going to replace the middle term by these 2 factors of x. 5x squared minus 10x plus 7x minus 14. We will have group I can factor out a 5x. Of x minus 5 plus factor out a 7 of x times x, 7x, 7 times 2, 14. Oh, this right here should be a minus 2. Alright, so in wrapping up, we will have a 5x plus 7, that's in bracket. Then we have a x minus 2, and we close